The new president of Somalia, Mohamed Abdullahi Mohamed, who's known as Farmaajo, has officially been sworn in. The ceremony was carried out under high security in the capital Mogadishu. Mohamed was elected 2 weeks ago, and his first act was to hold a meeting about the drought in Somalia. He's also promised to fight corruption, but that is just one of many problems that he faces. Well, Fidelis Mbar joins us now in the studio with the very latest on this. Fidelis, there's a lot in the in tray, isn't there, for the new president? The drought, security. What are his priorities going to be? Yeah,
in his speech, he's outlined three major things, which is reconciliation, security, and also trying to tackle corruption. In terms of reconciliation, the country, in 1991, they had a civil war. And then it resulted in clans that people now, all regions now go into clans, more like a clan-based system where you can't leave your clan to go to another clan to do anything. So he's trying to ensure that these clans are reconciled, that people can work together, because that's the only way they can form more like a unity government and be able to implement their projects. And then talking about corruption, Somalia is one of the most corrupt countries in the world. So he's made this his priority. Even when he was prime minister between 2010 and 2011, even though he was in office for just 7 months, he was able to some extent, tackle corruption, because he started paying salaries of civil servants as at when due, started paying the military as at when due, and also even attracting more funding to the military. Because when you don't pay the civil servants, you don't pay the military, it gives room for them to more like manipulate the system to make money for themselves. And then talking about security, the inauguration took place, or rather holding at the hangar of the international airport, which is within the green zone. It's the most secure place in Somalia today, because Somalia has come under serious threat from Al-Shabaab. And he's credited with pushing out Al-Shabaab from Mogadishu, which is the capital, when he was prime minister. So people trust him that he will be able to tackle this thing. So, and also the issue of drought, which is, you mentioned, he's already tackling it headlong even before his inauguration. So
looking at that wide spectrum of issues he's facing, realistically, how much progress is he going to make in all of those various fields, do you think?
Well, one thing stands out. He has the support of the ordinary people. He has the support of Somalis, even in diaspora. They like him. They think he's like a breakaway from the norm. He's not like the former president, who people accused of working with only elites, working with just a few people, and also playing to the dictates of the West. They feel that Farmaajo is someone who is independent-minded and who is seen like a patriot, who can do things that the ordinary people want. So with that cooperation from the Somalis themselves, that's enough support in terms of being able to, to put together resources and then be able to tackle that. And then also he's lived in the U.S. for more than 25 years, and he has that, he's been a diplomat. He has that international support. But like he mentioned in his speech, he's willing to work with them, but not allowing them to interfere. Because what they've had over the years is a case of the West dictating what happens in the country, and that's what Somalis are never happy about.
And finally, you've touched on the security issue. You mentioned the safe zones and the battle against Al-Shabaab in particular. What tactics is this new president going to employ against the terror group, and is he going to be, how's he going to differ from the previous administration?
Well, one of the things, one of the signs that he's going to be successful this time again is because, apart from the fact that he already has a record of pushing out Al-Shabaab, after the latest attack in Mogadishu, he promised that anybody who can give information about an impending attack to stop it, that he will reward the person with $100,000 US. That's a whole lot of money for an average Somali. People will be willing to, work as whistleblowers to prevent corruption, to also prevent impending attacks, especially when they know they're going to get a reward. So with that, and then also he's saying that he won't allow the African Union troops to leave until he's able to build up, more like retrain the Somali forces so that they'll be able to take over whenever the African Union people feel that, they're capable of taking over the security system in the country.
Okay, Fidelis, thank you as always, Fidelis Mbar.